There we go. There we go. That's on. There we go. Right there. That's on. There we go. Double white maggot on hook. Lovely fish to end on. Oh, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hallcroft Fishery, and today I was meant to be doing a bit of a feature for you all on Canal Pool, which is behind you. But after talking to guys at Tackle Shop this morning, it's recently had some fishery management maintenance work done to it. So some fish have been taken out, some small stockers have been put in, and it's in its bedding in process. So I'm not going to do it on there today, but the idea is to fish short range to a feature. And just next to Canal Pool here at Hallcroft, we have Reed Pool, which has a lovely island situated at this end, which probably double the distance I want to be casting there, but I'll bring you back another day and we'll fish like a Snake Lake feature. But the idea today is carp fishing, but with a tiny rod that everybody seems to ask me about. And I feel like here today, it should be absolutely ideal. Nice short range casting, simple method feeder work with a little tip of mine, which goes quite a long way. And yeah, pretty much as simple as that. So let's get some bait made up and get stuck in. Now, pellet preparation. We all know it. It's very simple. Don't even need to show you, but Hallcroft Fishery, Aston, Lindholme, many others. It's all fishery pellets only, and luckily these ones here at Hallcroft come in like bitter and upright rectangle bag, so when they come round and check, if you're using anything different to that that's not been purchased out at shop, you're off. But it's important to remember the 63 P's in pellet preparation, and that is, bear with me, piss poor pellet preparation prevents perfect presentation. Anyway, something like that. What you're going to need is, brands aside, you're going to need your fishery pellets. Simple as that. I've gone for some 2mm coppens today, and maggot tub pellet strainer, or your everyday pellet wetter bag, which I know a lot of brands do. So your pellet wetter, you just need something to strain it off. If you've got a side tray that's a mesh one like this, even better. If not, you can just put them up floor out of way, but you need to get them off like a flat surface. You need to be able to let that water drain away. Yeah. So what you need to do is get your fishery pellets, pour them into the strainer, whether it be your bag or like this Preston one here. It's like a bait tub strainer. Just go straight into the tub like that, and then lake water, nice and simple, nothing complicated. You want to get your pellets and just drop them in like that. When the strainer's settled, just give them a bit of a stir with your finger. That way they'll all sink. At the minute, they've got lots of oxygen on them, struggling to sink. You just need to get a bit of water on them and to start soaking in, just to sort of counterbalance the trapped air inside them. And once they've all sank, give them a bit of a stir, make sure they're all taking on the same amount of water as each other. And that is pretty much it, people. Nice and simple. Then what you need is a hand towel, which is over here. And I'd say, day like today, it's not beating down with sun, but it is a bit warm. It's going to be about 17 today. It's actually really warm now. Not put my shorts on. So yeah, you want to make sure that you don't just chuck them in for 10 seconds, take them out, because they're going to dry in no time. In winter, when we've got a lot of moisture in air on a really moist day where we've had a bit of rain overnight, it's a bit misty, you can get away with putting them in for like 30 seconds and taking them out, or a minute. But situations like today, minute and a half, 2 minutes, just sort of wing it. But as long as you calculate it properly, that's the important thing. Because if you're getting through loads of pellets and you come to make some more later on, if you make them and you soak them for too long, or half the time that you soaked them for previously, you're going to be offering a completely different menu to fish, yeah? Because it's not just a taste thing, it's a texture thing for fish, yeah? A lot of what they do is by feel, not just taste. Hence why they eat anything and everything. So once they've strained off, all you need to do is take your strainer out of the water, nothing else. So even if it's your bag, good thing about the bags is you can give them a really good shake in the bag. With this, it helps keep a lot of water on your hot days. So it's dripping out through the side tray like that. And that way I've got water coming out. So now I can just get on with getting the rest of my tackle set up. So get your box on your peg, get your side tray on, and then prepare your bait. Simple as that. Get your rods out, get your rollers out, anything you need to do. And then once you've pretty much sorted yourself and you've administrated yourself, your dry bait tub is what you're going to pour them into after. Do not pour them back into a wet tub. Make sure you've got another dry tub next to it, or dry the tub out that you've used. If you've got moisture in corners down here, the last few casts out of that batch of pellets, you're going to have like I say, a completely different menu. You're going to be offering a few more casts of really wet pellets compared to what's already gone in. So you just need to make sure you keep an eye on them throughout your session and make sure that you just keep them all nice and uniformed. Yeah, nice and simple. So while they're straining off there, and your fishery pellets, keep them to hand. If you're having a really busy day, you're going to need to make some more, so keep them to hand. Luckily, I'm only here for a few hours today, chucking to this island, hopefully get a few fish for you on camera, and this is pretty much all I'll need. And believe it or not, after they've taken on water, that's a lot of pellets, yeah? They sort of double in size. So, let's get some tackle set up, and then we'll come back to the pellets. Right, so pellets about ready for chucking in this tub. So all you do, come back to your pellets, give them a tip over and a tap. If you do them right, you won't have any stuck in your strainer. And then your damper ones are now on the top because the water has to filter through them to drip out. So now your damper ones are at the top. So you're not going to have dry ones drying out quicker than ones at the bottom. You've now completely changed it around, and they're all pretty much the same sort of consistency with the amount of moisture they've taken on. So put them in your dry tub. You can keep a bowl of water if you want it. I'm just going to pour it away. I can get water from next to me whenever I like throughout the day. What I then do is fishery pellets, they're all the same. And the reason why so many people not hate them but don't like using them and they prefer to use their own is because there's no real edge to them. It's what these fish eat every day, and people get brainwashed thinking, well, I'm going to use something different and then I'll catch fish. It's not always the case. You know, if your kids come downstairs every morning and they keep having the same cereal, that sort of scenario. So you kind of need to think, if your kids were coming downstairs every day and having a different bowl of cereal, or you were going to a different restaurant every single day for something to eat, no one knows where you're going to land. No one knows what your palate is. No one knows what you're actually looking for. Fishery pellets, by putting out fishery pellets and keeping the fish all sort of concentrated on one flavour, one offering, one option, it kind of works in your favour. And what also works is Revolution Bait's Rainbow Crunch. So your pellets, all you do, get your Rainbow Crunch, give them a sprinkle like that, not too much, and then just give it a mix up. You can soak your pellets with the Rainbow Crunch in. I like to just put them straight onto damp pellets. That way you have got, they'll take moisture out of the pellets anyway and start to soak in, but that way you've got a little bit of a different texture in there. So there's like 90% on the feed here of what the fish are actually going to be wanting and what they're used to. And then there's actually these little flecks of colour within that are a different texture, different shape, different colour. And that there is what works for me every single time. Not a paid promotion by Revolution Baits either, but I have got tubs and tubs of this stuff. And if any of you can get your hands on it anymore, it's absolutely golden. So please get yourself some. I'll leave my pellet strainer there like that. That way, if I need to make up some pellets, I'm not getting off my box and messing about with gear. And those pellets are ready to go. Now, in this little tub here, I've got some Sonia baits, wafters. I think they're, what are they, 6mm dumbbells. I've actually got some Speedies Easy Washters from Dynamite Baits. They're 7mm and they are, what flavour are these now? I'm sure they're like tequila or something. Can't remember what they are. Can't see, can't tell, but I'm sure they were like, I can't remember what they are, but They do smell nice. So Speedy, if you see this, found a tub of wasters at a fishery recently, and there's no finding out who they belong to. But I'm going to try one of those today as well. And then from a previous visit, as you can tell from the bag, I've got some 6mm Hallcroft Fishery pellets, which are going to go on a band. So nice and easy. I've got 3 different options, and believe it or not, the one that works for me quite a lot is the matching fishery pellet to what's on the feeder. That works for me more often than not. If it gets really difficult, or I'm fishing in different quality water, different clarity water, I might chuck a bright pink wafter on, who knows, but we'll go from there. So they are my bait options. Nice and simple, nothing complicated. A few hours fishing, do me no problem. Now, let's talk about some tackle. So, down to the business end. Feeder box, if you've not got one, get one, or a feeder bag, it don't really matter, just keep them all together. I use Preston ones because they're just in creds, but anything from your Preston flatbed methods to one of my favourite, the banjo style methods, which is like an hybrid. It's a method feeder. These things come into play on pretty much every fishery you go to. There's always people using them. You've even got the distance methods as well for going long range. Now Preston do some huge ones like 90 grammars, so get yourself some of them if you want some of them. And then you have still got the banjo feeder options. So here we have the ICM system. So this is the interchangeable micro system. This is a banjo feeder, a different style, previous style for the ICS system, interchangeable system. So this is the ICM, interchangeable micro, and this is the standard ICM system, ICS system, sorry. And here on this very special rod behind me, which everyone keeps going crazy about, by the way, and it's an amazing rod, and I'll show you today. This is an ICS stem. The ICMs are even slimmer. Is that one? ICM, ICS, ICM. But if you can see the difference in that. But micro, so a lot less to cast out, meaning less room on your feeder required, meaning you can create and manufacture a smaller feeder. So the ICMs for winter fishing, or even this time of year, like coming to middle of summer, just for offering little bits of bait every now and again, perfect, absolutely incredible. This is the ICS stem, got a rubber tail on it. You've got your quick change bead. This is the bit where your hook length hooks onto. That's your collar it sits in, and it goes up like that. Sometimes I like to put a rubber stop where it's allowed behind my actual stem, or a little bit of silicone that slides up and down the line. And as you push it down onto the top of there, it still allows the line to pull through, but with minimal friction. So it just means that when you do get a fish on the take, it's not just plucking away at its lip. There's a bit more resistance there just to pull that hook point in a little bit easier. I've not got it on today because the rod's already set up, so just going to show you this for now. So, feeder choice, Preston Banjo XR feeder. Pull off the tail rubber. You've got a line, a groove that goes all the way down back at feeder. Thread your line into that groove and then pull your stem into the feeder. Like so. Nice and easy. And then grab your tail rubber, pull it back up to your feeder. Feeder is on. Simple as that. And it means if at any point you're getting quick bites or you need to get more bait out there faster, you can take off your medium XR banjo and put on a large one. And same again if you're going further distances, you can just take it off the stem and change it. Or you can change it for a completely different style of feeder like that one. So very, very useful bit of innovation. And Gaz Simpson, all on you that, buddy. So thank you very much for that. Now, got your feeder set up, get yourself a hook length. Everyone's got their own style of hook length box, I'm sure, unless you're Andy May. I'm going to go with an 017 to a size 14 MCMB with a band. I've got plenty made up. Hook length box, nice and compact as well. Slides in your kit, keeps them all nice and safe. It's got a seal all the way around it as well. Stop moisture from getting in and attacking your hook lengths. Now, special thing about this feeder is it's a BM FFSS feeder. Probably not going to use that function today because not everybody's a fan of it, but it's something I come up with when I was waiting over a month for the MAP embed feeders to be released. I wanted to see if they'd work. All you do is you hook on your hook length onto the like Stomfo style connector, and then draw the collar over the top like that, and there you have it. You have your hook length attached, and it means if you snap off, you need to change your hook length, you can just change it that easy, nice and quick. These quick change beads, some of them are actually a nice snug fit into the bottom of the stem, so you've already got that like so you've already got that like resistance feature for when a fish really does pull and bang, pulls the bead out of the feeder. And on here is a large Preston float stop, and that pushes into, but I'll show you that. I'm here to show you something else, so I'll go on about that later. Now, the moment you've all pretty much been waiting for, the rod. And this here is the Preston Innovations 7-foot monster onesie with a 320 inertia on it, which is ample for this size of rod. And it's a sort of two-piece rod. A lot of people say it's a one-piece because the feeder tip is interchangeable, but it's a two-piece rod. That's where the tip goes in there, and that there is the butt of the handle. Okay, so that's how long the actual rod is itself without the tip. And then you've got the actual tip itself. This rod is tiny, so it's a few inches taller than I am, and that's it. And for short range work, like on Snake Lakes behind you where I wanted to get you today, it's absolutely incredible. But I have used this on some big waters, catching fish over 20 pounds on it. Aston Park Fisheries, up here at Hallcroft on Bridgepool, I have had some huge fish on this thing. And yeah, £6 main line down to an 0.17 hook length, and it's got all the winding power you need. You don't want any more than a reel that big. A reel any bigger than that with any more winding power, you're actually telling the rod to do things without even realising, and a nice small reel will take all that away from you. Nice and simple, very lightweight, and for casting out to features like this island here today on Reed, it's absolutely perfect. So without further ado, let's get to it. But yeah, sorry, 7 foot long, Preston onesie. I've had loads of use out of it so far. It's just an incredible little rod. So if you can get yourself one, please do. A lot of people have, majority of questions I get asked, and I'm not one of these anglers that says, oh, I get asked questions all the time, because I don't. I get more abuse than questions. For the people that do ask about this quite often on Messenger on Facebook, because they've seen the YouTube channel or on YouTube, if you're thinking about getting one, just get one, because they come into their own. And fishing Snake Lakes, you'll be surprised how short of a rod helps with casting very short distances. So if you're wanting just to flick it over to a far bank that's on a Snake Lake or to an island like this, or even on a canal, this is the rod to have. So please get yourself one ordered, get to tackle shop, get one bought. They are incredible. So let's get chucked out there with some bait on and see if we can bag us a nice early carp. You should be able to see tip and island, they cast. And that's pretty much the important things about today. Just want to make sure that you can see everything. There's a bit of a hack that I'll show you in a bit with this feeder. If fishing to a feature becomes a problem, and some of you might have seen it before, I'm not saying that you're all new to this, but some of you might not have seen it, and yeah, it does help quite a lot. So, got to be careful. There's a lot of structure out there around the island, so I'm going to cast up to it, clip up, and then make sure that we're a nice range. Right, so what I'm going to do before anything is I'm going to take off my hook length, just temporarily, don't worry. Got my pellet on ready, and I'm going to clip up. Now you can use the feeder to clip up, or you can put a bomb on. Well, I'm only casting a short distance. I'm only person at this end at lake. Kind of want to make a little bit of noise so these fish know there's something on the way. I don't want to cast it too far. I just want to make sure that I'm giving it just enough to get out there and I don't get snagged on anything. So back behind me, nice flick of the rod, nowhere near hard enough. So I know I need to put a bit more on the next cast. So all you do is you reel in and try again. So I'm going to come back, aiming towards the island, just a little bit harder than last time, and I can always feather it down like that if I need to. Look at that, perfect. Feeders hit bottom as well, bail arm over, and now what I want to do is just give it a little draw back like that, and just see if I've got any of that scaffolding in my way. It's better to find out and lose a feeder now than it is just winging it and thinking that'll do and going from there. So now we know there's no snags there. My next cast will be my clip up cast. You don't want to just get it bang on and clip up because there might be a snag between you and your feeder then. So feather it down, not far enough. So back again. What you don't want to be doing is working this out later on and scaring off a load of fish that you've fed. Look at that, perfect. That's exactly the same spot as last time. That is in range of my rests. I've got plenty of line there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come off one turn at spool, down to my line clip, and just come round, clip it up, bail arm over, reel back in. Absolutely no snags whatsoever, and now I can make sure that I put in a really confident cast with some bait on, and I'm going to land in that same spot every time. I've got my pellet on my hook length ready. All I need to do is put it on the eye of the hook length, onto the stomfo, pull the rubber down, and it's ready to fill up your feeder, just like that. Putting your feed in, I like to put a nice base in first. Put in the pellet with the hook facing upwards. I want that to be one of the first things that the fish get to. Then, a second layer of pellets like so. You can build it up as much as you want, double layer it, triple layer it, whatever you want. This is going to be first cast at day with some bait on, so I want to make sure that I'm not overcrowding my feeder and just making sure that there's something there that's going to break down, offer something, and if I can draw any fish into area quickly, that when they do spook off, they're not going to create a massive cloud of pellets and just disappear. So, the now first live cast. So back, aim, punch, bring back, hit the clip, straight down. Feeders at the deck, so I can put the tip under water. Oh, a big carp just swirled in front of the rod again then. The line's sinking nicely. I've not got a lot of wind or tow on today, so I don't have to worry too much about making sure this line gets down fast. It's only a short distance between me and that feature, so it's worth just getting that line down nice and quickly. And then back onto my rest like so. Oh, fish on, that fast. So that was then going to be a conversation about stopwatch and how long to leave your casts out for. But we don't need to. And this rod, with it being so short, you can play it right into your peggy fish like this. Make sure your drag's set accordingly. And all you want to do is just kick off your session like you normally would. Just introducing feederfuls of bait at a time. Not creating a very busy swim out there. With how quickly that fish took that bait then, there would have been lots of feed still on that feeder. So it would have all dispersed and come off. Wouldn't have had time to come off nice and evenly. So as that fish has took that bait, oh, don't go in there. Don't go in there. There we go. But there's plenty there to go at. See if we can scoop him up. Oh yeah, he's loving it. There we go. In the net. I've not got my braces on because it's an absolute scorcher. A lot warmer than where I thought it was going to be. What we got? Nice little common. So there's Pellet. Absolutely nailed it bottom lip. That's how fast, how quickly that fish wanted that bait. So they were out there ready for it. So that's how important it is to get them cast right. And don't worry about making some noise clipping up, because this is proof that he was there waiting straight away. So let's scoop him back in and see if we can quickly snare another one as fast as that one, because that one was just absolutely textbook for you guys. Pellet in first, better pellets in, pellet on top, and then a nice layer of pellets on top of that. Nice and easy. Quite a tangle then. So, back out for another one. That wind's blowing nicely into me now, which is kind of what I want. There we go. So down at rest, what I'm doing now is I'm just sinking my line. There's quite a bit of tow on, so I think it's probably done it for me anyway, because I can't see it on top. Rod on my rest, and then start my stopwatch. You want to be starting your stopwatch when your feeder's in and you're settled, when your rod's on your rest. Don't get your feeder in and go from there, because at that point, your feeder's not settled. Yeah, it wants to be fishing. That first fish were a prime example as to how quick you can get a bite on the cast. But ideally, you just want to make sure that your feeder's settled, your line's down, and that your rod's on your rest. That way you're getting a more accurate window throughout waiting for bites. And all we do now is just wait for another one. Right, 5 minutes on the clock. So stop that. I'm going to come back in, and then I'm going to fill up my feeder, straight back out, and go in sort of 5-minute intervals to start with. If bites are slow later on, then what I'll do is I'll go to sort of 10-minute intervals. Bed of pellets in, pellet on top with the hook at the very top, and then a lid of pellets over that. So your live hook is underneath that bed of pellets. Like that, nice and easy. And then in good fashion, get straight back out. Like that. That line has just hammered itself down. That tow on water's helping nicely. So, rod down like so. Let's try and drop it down a bit further. Oh, fish on. There we go. I've not even had a chance to start my stopwatch, but fish on. Just try and not let it go anywhere near that island. But that is how quick you can expect bites here at Hallcroft. Absolutely incredible fishery. This is not even one at popular match lakes either. This is this sort of gets accommodated regularly by a lot of people that are staying here, and just your everyday pleasure anglers really, and people like me. But yeah, lovely balance this. £6 line, and I'm talking old money because not everyone's into 015s and 020s and all that stuff. Tiny little reel. Even a size smaller would do it if you've got one, but a smaller reel the better. Feels a better fish. When you're playing your fish in as well, keep your rod nice and low. If you're pulling your fish forwards or sideways, your fish tend to react to it a little bit better, as opposed to if you're playing your rod up, it's like you're trying to pull fish up to the surface, and your fish aren't all a big fan of going up to the surface when they don't want to. When they feel danger, they like to seek depth. We want, but that's what we're getting. Let's get this net ready and see if we can save him. Oh, nearly got him. He's underneath a bit of reed next to me. There he is. Better fish. Only still small by any means, but better fish. Especially for the standard I'm used to. Yeah, this rod is just absolutely perfect for this. You won't want anything smaller or lighter, but for short range work, especially on snake lakes, which I'll have to get you back up here one day and get you rod and show you when it's functioning again like it should be. And there's plenty more I can take you to. It's just Hallcroft. It's quite convenient to me because it's nice and local. Come on, show yourself this time. Another little common, but it looks right. A little bit bigger than the last one. There he is in the net. Another lovely fish for you all. So rod on your rest, fish onto your lap, and here he is. a nice little common. Just there, look. Nice and easy. Little common carp for you. So, let's get him back in. Let's see if we can fish another one out. But that is how quick and fast bites can come when you keep it nice and simple. Doing short range fishing like this. Right, in you go, mister. And you know what? It's nice as well when fishing's this simple. So much stuff at market nowadays that just complicates things. If you went to a tackle shop with not much knowledge and said what you want and what you're going to use it for, majority of tackle shops out there would guide you properly and tell you, you know, get this, get that, and I know a lot of them. If you told them you were looking for a rod for short range work, for canal fish, anything like that, there's many others out there like this rod. I think Garblino have done one in the past years ago. Browning did a get in comments, people, what was that Browning one? I know Shakespeare did the 9-foot wand. Can you remember that? That was a good rod. I had one of them. Browning did one. Garblino did the picker. I remember that. That was a good rod. Bomb-proof, that rod. But Browning did one. Tiny thing. I think that was 7 foot. I had one years ago and gifted it to a young lad who were getting into fishing. It was absolutely perfect for him. If you've got a little tiny rod like this, little 7-footer, get it out at shed or whatever. Get yourself active with it because they are in creds. I think that fish actually pulled my rest around a bit. It did, look. 20 seconds left and we'll go for another cast. Next time, might even try a different upbait. Speedy, might try one of your washters. I don't know how long they've been. Where I found them at a venue in mud. The tub's a bit knackered, but they still smell incredibly fresh. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to chuck one of them on and just see if we can get a fish on them. Not normally a customer of dynamite baits at all. But hey, I have no bait sponsorship anymore. I'm a free agent, and I thought, why not, instead of accept another one, just be a bit versatile with the old bait market out there. There's a lot of you out there that use different stuff that you prefer, so don't know, let's stick with that and see how we go. So let's go for a speedy washter. What did I say they were? 7mm. Well, not a bad size, not too big, especially for these fish we have in. Well, they're quite soft as well. So, speedy washter on. I'm actually going to use this time the BM FFSS feature. I've got massive carp underneath my rod tip there. So, float stop in, hook bait over, bed of pellets. Hook bait in, lid of pellets. Nice and easy. I'm not compressing them on nice and tight. A lot of fish out there wanting. Look at these here. It reads rattling around everywhere. There's a lot of fish out there wanting quick, loose meals, so I'm just going to keep giving them this. Hit the clip, lower it in, feeders down. That toe's gone, so get a bit of line under. This is the sinking feeder mono, by the way, which is an incredible main line to use. It absolutely flies under. Like that. I still didn't show you on that cast my anti-slide hack for my feeder. I'll show you what next one, I promise I will. Oh, stopwatch, reset, start stopwatch. We'll keep doing this, 5-minute intervals. Oh, there we go. 9 seconds, that one. There we are. Try and keep them away from the island. There's your 9-second fish, people. Again, plate nice and low. Lovely rod, this. Lovely rod. For any sort of short range feeder work on a small venue or even a big venue fishing short range, and I say short range because of the casting capability of this rod, I can cast it to the other side at Moat here at Hallcroft, and to onto the centre of a bridge pool. But it's whatever you can do with it. But for any short range feeder work, fishing for like skimmers, roach, hide, it's a great little rod. So yeah, it's perfect for that style of fishing too, which I've not used it for yet, but I will have to. Feels another baby carp. Oh yeah. Get my landing net ready. Oh, not win them. Don't like them. Oh. Oh, just missed him. Wanted to Andy May him then. Oh, and again. There we go, we'll have him. Nice. So, rod up rest. Fish up. He's done me speedy, what are they? Washters. He's done me washter. But the little carp, 9-second fish that on the old dynamite washters, the speedies. So, let's get him back in. Right, I've actually just hit a fish with my landing net, putting that one back in. There's so many fish in front of me, it's unbelievable. Right, let me show you a little hack that I do with the feeder to keep it still out there. Right, so, feeder, Banjo XR feeder. When it's out there and you cast into a feature up here an island, it lands here. Fish knocking it and feeding on it, it will slide down like that. And there is a way to stop it from doing it. And that is with a good old cable tie, zip tie, whatever you want to call it. To me, they're just zip ties. So, get one, put it around the rubber of the stem, like so. Make sure you're doing it onto the actual plastic inside as well. You don't want to be doing it up here and crimping your line, but just pull it tight, twist it to one side like so. Get some scissors, and all you want to do is, which way do I do it? That way. Give it a trim, that way. Put that in my box. And now you've got a gripper. So when you cast out and it lands that in that soft silt, which it is here, but it's still just another little bit of a grip and a spike just to help keep it still out there. But only on venues that have got like minimal silt it'll benefit from. Rough gravel terrain, you might have to trim this right down so you've just got a little bit sticking up, but if you pull it like that, it's nice and flush with bottom at feeder. So just another little tip for you. So we'll fill this up and get back out with another speedy washter. So let's get back out to that island and snare another one. Right, this time, because I've got so many fish in front of my peg, I'm actually going to drop down right under rod tip. Gone really quiet out there, getting loads of little liners, but I think some carp have moved out and there's actually a load of little tiny fish there. So let's see if we can make something of this. So the rod's going to be positioned there. I'm going to drop that down there. Keep a slack line, like so. Oh, fish on. That easy. I'm just checking my GoPro to see if it were turned on. And it's not. So luckily, you guys have seen that. But yeah, there is so many fish just here in front of me. It's going to be a bit of a mission now because I'm going to have to play this fish in the swim. Oh wow, he's right down next to me. Off he goes. He's not happy at all. Oh wow. Very unhappy fish. Oh, can we get him? Oh, we've got him. Look at that. So he got snagged up next to us for a minute then, but we've got him. Oh God, there's line everywhere. Oh, nicely done. So feeders out there. One very angry common carp, but as you can see, not a small one by any means. Just under rod tip here. So that's where I dropped the feeder in. Just down there. I've got so many fish coming in front of me and feeding. It just made sense just to quickly drop the feeder in down there. I don't think he's going to be very happy for the camera, but let's try it. But there he is. Nice chunky common. Let's get him back in. So keep that feed going in down here. So you have to plane them in front of your peg. They are naturally just going to move out of the way because it's a bit of commotion. So now would be a good idea to go back on that long line, see if we've had any more interest. I've changed my feeder setup. I've took the tie wrap off. That was just a hack I wanted to show you. Don't think I'm actually like depending on it today, but because I'm fishing to a feature, I thought it was just worth showing you. So what I'll do is I'll just go back to how we were before, keep it nice and simple. Banjo feeder, bed of pellets in there, some more on top. Let's get some Brazium enhancer on there. Let's get back out to that island and see if there's any fish there. Well, a little bit off that time, but we will stick with it. And then whilst this is out there, I can be feeding this margin down here. See if we can draw some of those carp back in. There we are. There we go. So, stop, reset, start stopwatch. And then, people, we are back fishing once again. Nice and simple. And again, not a complicated side tray by any means. Couple of baits up. That's fish on. 20 seconds on stopwatch so far, so what's that, 18? Not a big fish either, very small fish. Might even be a silver. Be able to show you guys, like play on this rod now. Oh, a bit carpy then. What we got, what we got? Stay out of them reeds, thank you. Yeah, it's going to be a little carpy, little F1 or something. Oh wow, little common. Look at him. Oh, stuck. Look at him. Scale perfect. Little babby common carp. Look at that. And scoop him back in before we fall out. But even little fish like that on this little tiny 7-foot onesie, just easily played. Plenty of giving rod and not a chore at all to play them in. So don't forget your small fish either. It is a perfect rod for small fish fishing as well as big fish fishing. So let's get some pellets back there. Fill the feeder up. Upbait in. Shove some micros on there like that. Get a bit of a spray of the good stuff. And then Let's drop it in back in front of us and see if we can hook another one. So again, you don't want to be fishing with tight lines, but you do want a very, very slack clutch. Because if you get one and it wants to run, you've got to let it run. Because when you hook it this close in, it's going to want to go that way. Start the stopwatch. A couple of micros over top. And we'll just wait and see if we can hook another one at margin. Right, there we go. So fish on. So while that fish is ripping off, or trying to, not taking much line off at reel, I'm just going to lift into it. Oh, and it's a tiny fish. What we got here? Oh, look at that. A lovely little roach, I think. It is a roach. Oh, well, what a bonus fish that is. Look at him. Thought he was an eyed at first, but he's a lovely roach. Yeah, don't mind that at all. Lovely fish. Scoop him back in. Right, we'll have a couple of last chucks and call it a day, because this is pretty much all I've wanted to come and show you people. Just very simple feeder fishing approaches on the Preston 7ft Wandzee. And you know, it's all right me showing you. There's other videos out there and me using it for big carp, and it's all right me showing you that. But not all of you are big carp anglers, like going for big fish all the time. So I thought if I bring you on here, they're all quite a mild size, they're nice and small, and it just means that it gives you a bit more variety of what you can use it for. Majority of people asking about it are asking, what's it like for short range fishing? What's it like for skimmers and bream? Well, I thought I'll bring you here today, catch a few carp with it. I've had a few skimmers. We'll catch a few carp with it, and then I'll do another video later on of me fishing on a predominantly a bream or skimmer venue, which I have right next to my house. So just gives you a bit more variety. So restart that and see if we can snare one more for you all. But very simple approaches today. To be fair, hook bait of choice is like the preferred ones, probably being Fishery Pellet, a 6mm. I reckon a 4mm would have been fine, but all these little tiny plucks that we've had have all been small fish, and I think they would have been inundated with small fish. So yeah, but I mean, you can chop and change, do what you want, see what works for you. Every venue is different. But if you come here to Hallcroft and get on Reed or even Croft Pool, there's some big fish in Croft Pool. The bigger fish are in Moton Bridge as well, if you're interested or wondering. Oh, that's on. No, don't get to clip. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. Come on. There we are. 2 minutes 20 now, so what was that? 2 minute 10, 2 minute 15. See if we can get this one in and we'll call it last fish of the day, I think. Oh, he's going right over there. Tight him round. But luckily, a better fish to end on as well for you all. Oh, this one knows his way around. Oh God, he knows everywhere on this pond. Don't go in there. No, yeah, don't go in there. Lovely action though, I don't know if you can see this, but lovely action through rod. It's not like it's too stiff, it's not like it's too sloppy. You know, when you're playing your fish in at just like average tension, you get a majority of bend in that top third. Yeah, very good, very nice. Never lets me down, this rod. It surprises me every time I hook a fish on it. I'm always feeling surprised by it. And again, playing my rod low and to the side means I can bring my fish through the water. If you play your fish up in air, you're going to pull them up, and they don't like that. I mean, they don't like this, but it's the better option of the two. Don't go that way. I'll have to be an emergency netter in a sec. Yep, it is. Oh, we've got him. Oh, we were just going into them reeds then, and that's not what we wanted at all. Oh, feeder's gone. Let him have a whinge in there for a second. Have I lost this? Oh, it's in that bloody... Oh, there we go. Look at that. Awesome. Again, fishery pellet. Nice and simple stuff. 7-foot onesie. And a lovely mirror carp to finish on. So let's hope he behaves for you guys, which I don't think he's going to. But hey ho, this is fishing. But that is a lovely fish to end on. Lovely mirror carp on the XR banjo, but more importantly on the Preston 7-foot onesie. And that is proof that you can catch anything from skimmers, roach, and even some nice little chunky carp like this one. So if you've got any doubts about buying one, stop, go and get one. The incredible bits of kit for short casts and short range fishing like today. So I'm going to slip him back and evaluate the session for you all. In conclusion, what have we learnt today here at Hallcroft Fishery? Well, we came here with the intentions of fishing short range, catching carp, and if any skimmers turn up, it'd be a bonus. Simply because the tackle I've been using today isn't just predominantly built for big strong carp or small carp. It's a very versatile rod and it has a particular purpose. It's not so much it's designed for a specific fish. So the purpose of it itself gives you an idea of what sort of fish you could expect to catch with it. And here fishing on reed up to an island and right in front of the box today, we've had a couple of fish, not loads, just been here for a few hours, and displaying to you the ease of short range fishing to a feature. Now, Canal Pool behind me is out of action at the minute. It's still fishable, there's fish topping as I'm talking, there's carp jumping everywhere, but the last time they had the flood it never properly recovered from it. So at the minute it's going through its blossom process, and had a bit of work done, bit of maintenance, some of its stocks have been altered just to try and, when all this flooded, all lakes just kind of merged. A majority of fish came out of this because it's only a small venue, small lake. So what they've done is they've put a few more fish in it, some little stockies, and they're just going to wait a certain period just to make sure that it's fishing and it's going to be worthwhile. But you can turn up and you can fish it, but if you want to catch loads of fish, get yourself on reed. But the idea was to come here today and fish to a far bank like that one over there, somewhere on this lake. There's actually carp cruising round as I'm talking, and show you all short distance method feeder fishing with the Preston Innovations 7-foot onesie. Now, how to describe this rod? It's a top kit with a reel, and if you enjoy fishing to far features like that bank over there on pole, or fishing feeder with a 10-11 foot rod, I mean they're short enough still. But this rod takes all that added stress and effort away from you. It's so easy to flick out tiny feeders, short distances, without creating a commotion, very accurately, making sure they land at the same spot every time. And ultimately, a nice tiny rod means you can dunk it straight back down at rest and you're ready to fish straight away. With how quickly you get bites from little lakes like this canal lake here, and others like Aston, Bills and Butts, Lindome, it's quick fishing. So you need a rod that's actually going to cater for short range fishing. If you have a big old wobbly rod that's just a massive length of nonsense, you end up in a right pickle, because pegs here are quite peggy, they're quite close, and a nice short rod like this, it means ultimate accuracy at short range. So this is definitely the way forward. Now, we will come back here one day and fish Canal Pool when it's running and it's fishing its head off and doing quite well. And the idea is to fish it difficult, because it's no good me coming here and just putting out the easiest method I can and catching loads of fish for you. The idea is to put you guys through an average everyday experience days fishing as well. So that's the idea. But this rod, plenty of give in it. It's very versatile. The top third rod works absolutely brilliant, even with not big carp, but today I've had carp to sort of 6-7 pound, and it plays absolutely fine. I've had carp on this over 20 at some venues, and also on Croft Pool here at Hallcroft, I've had carp to 13-15 pound on it before, like many of them as well in previous videos if you go back. So a very versatile rod. I only own the one of them. I had two, sold one to a mate. And this is the one that I've always used since new, so it's not let me down. I've had plenty of big fish on it, really put it through its paces, and just 7 foot. It's just very nimble, very light, very versatile, and it is just like getting a top kit off your side tray with a reel on it, and the world's your oyster. You can go anywhere you like with it. Fishing to a feature today on Reed Pool from this peg over here, and it's meant that I can show you short range casting, action at rod, what fish to expect, what it's like playing expected fish on, carp, skimmers, roach, and yeah, it's pretty much all I need to show you really. All I needed to catch a few fish just to show you how it performs. So, have you got one? Have you had one? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you used it? Do you fish deep reservoirs with it? Do you fish long distance with it? Do you fish short distance with it? What do you use yours for if you've got one? If you've not got one, I can't stress it enough, go and get one. There is a purpose for this rod with everybody. I've got lots of sort of 13-14 foot distance rods, and I very rarely use them. I couldn't tell you last time I used them, well over 18 months ago. But this thing, whenever I go to little commercials like this, it's always on my side tray, just ready with a method or a stem on it like it is now, to cast out and just sort of explore little pockets on little snake lakes or commercial lakes like this, ponds, and just see if there's anything there that I can pick up on a method, because it's just so simple just to get out, and if it don't work, it's not taking up any room, it's not in my way. My top kits are actually longer than this, so yeah, very, very nice, very simple, very convenient. Let me know if you've got one. It'd be nice to hear a few comments. Right, if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe. It's completely free of charge. It just means every time I upload a video and you go on YouTube, on your phone or on telly, it's there waiting for you in your subscription list. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to pay money. Some people think subscribe, oh, is it going to ask me for a payment? No, it's completely free. You just press subscribe and that's it. You just get access to the channel more. So whenever you go on and you're watching your favourites, it will be there ready waiting for you. Share it. If you've got a mate who wants a 7-foot onesie, send him a link. Go down to the 3 dots down here somewhere, tap them, copy link, share, copy link, send it to a pal. Let him know that, yeah, you can catch carp on onesie, mate. And yeah, there's this idiot on YouTube fishes commercials with it and absolutely bags up. And lastly, comments. I love comments. Probably the most valuable part of a YouTube channel. It means I can go through comments. The abuse is quite entertaining sometimes, but ultimately, seeing what some of you guys have to say, I'm only here, by the way, doing this because of previous comments. So when people have said, oh, what's it like fishing for carp? Would you fish it at Hallcroft? Have you fished for bream on it yet? That's another video that will come, and it's good because it's kind of your feedback that I want to help, so to give back to you. So if you've got any ideas in mind about a future video, or just any tackle recommendations, or just something completely obscene that you've not seen before and you want to see somebody do it in a particular way, drop it in comments and I'll make it happen. And luckily I have the armoury of fishing equipment to be able to make it happen as well, so no problem at all. Right, well, that is enough from me and the Preston Monster onesie. So thank you all for watching. More videos on the way, got some fishery audits coming, and yeah, good stuff. Hope you're all bagging. And if anyone's got any fisheries out there, by the way, that you think I might enjoy, drop them in comments and I'll come and have a few chucks. Be nice to get a bite of it. Right, that's enough from me. So I will see you all on the next one. There we go. There we go. That's on. There we go.